This is a difficult video to make. I have been struggling, not struggling, it is kind of a struggle, but I've been dealing with this for a long time. So I'll preface this by saying, anyone who watched me 2, 3, 4 years ago, mostly, no, it wasn't even 4 years ago. I'd say 3 years ago. No, even longer than that. No, maybe it was 4 years ago. But like mostly 2 to 3 years ago is when I really started doing what I'm doing. Like the killer thing in DBD when I stream. So let me back it up, right? When I first started streaming, I streamed anything I wanted. I think the first game I streamed, at least so I've been on Twitch since before it was Twitch, Justin TV, and I think the first game I streamed was actually the GTA 4 leak. Sorry, Rockstar. Well, technically wasn't illegal back then. I wouldn't do that now. But the first thing I streamed, like as trying to actually be a streamer was, I believe, 7 Days to Die with my good friend Seosor and our friend Rhino and our friend at the time Isolu. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about the Isolu part. And I would stream things like Rocket League and shit like that. You know, this was 2017. This was before Twitch affiliates were a thing. This was early 2017, March, I believe. March 17th or March 19th, 2017. I think it was March 19th. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I used to stream whatever I wanted. And then I started streaming Dead by Daylight. I was a Survivor streamer. I was an entitled Survivor streamer. I was pretty, what's the term the community uses? Uwu positive. You know, which is easy to do when you're playing Survivor. No offense to Survivor players. But then I stopped streaming because I moved across Canada to Quebec, and I didn't stream for over a year, maybe a year and a half. And it wasn't until October 2020 that I started streaming again, because, you know, it was a mid-pandemic. I had nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. Like, I couldn't, you know, there was no one hiring. Nothing. Like, pandemic was awful, so I had nothing else to do. I figured, at least if I can do something, I can do this. So I did. I was on unemployment and I did that. And I also had someone who could work, who actually was lucky enough to have a job. But they were helping me too. But yeah, I thought I'll do this. And I did this, and I built something, right? I built something, but I built it when I first, if you go back and watch some of my first killer streams, some of the not the VODs, but some of the highlights still exist. Even when I was doing face cam, I was pretty positive, pretty goddamn positive about everything. Like I didn't really, I don't know, I wasn't really getting mad about shit. No, there were times like I was controlling it, you know what I mean? And I'm not here to say that I have an anger problem. I still do have a bit of an anger problem. But if you watched me, I'd say I started again in October 2020 and I continued into October or mid 2021. That's when things started to pick up and I really started to get a following. Like, I was averaging organically 60 to 70 people. And it felt great, but the thing is, I had leaned into all the other issues I was having. It was mid-pandemic. I was angry about everything, and I was angry at family. I was angry at this, angry at everything you could possibly imagine, and that came out on stream. I was yelling, I was screaming. There were TikToks about me saying, and I'll just say it, saying the word cunt repeatedly. There was a TikTok that counted that I said it like 45 times in a 15-minute game, which is insane. There were TikToks of me raging. No, I'm not gonna sit here and endorse that those TikToks should have existed. I think there's a better way to hold people accountable. I held myself accountable. All those did was incite harassment on me and my community, and people would go in and post like photos of suicide victims in my Discord because of that shit, because of I raged in a video game. But regardless, that was 2 years ago. And I've moved on a lot from a lot of that. And then I came back to streaming and I was different. I wasn't so hard to explain. I've grown a lot, and a lot of people who know me personally will tell you that, who knew me back then. I've grown a lot. You can even ask my stream team, like, they wouldn't they wouldn't associate with me. They didn't want to kick me out because they knew I had issues, but they wouldn't let me into the stream team, like, you know, not gatherings, but like shows and all that stuff because of my issues. It took me a long time to grow personally, to show growth. And when I came back to streaming, I was different, and it's like I came back to nothing, you know. And it wasn't until I started reintroducing that old attitude, that, like, you know, the whole, when I streamed Dead by Daylight Killer, the whole fuck Survivor attitude, which is what I call it, the fuck Survivors attitude, that people started coming back. So I've been leaning into that. And here's the thing, right? I truly don't give a shit. I shouldn't say that. Well, no, it's going to sound really bad when I say it, but I don't give a shit about tunneling and camping and all that. I really don't. I will do that if I see an advantage to doing so. And it's not like, it's nothing personal. You know, I'm an old school gamer. You know, I used to play Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 1. I used to play Counter-Strike 1.6. You go for the dub. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as you're following the rules of the game, right? Like there were no fake rule books back then, and we just kind of played that way. You go for the dub, go for the kill. That's how you do it. That's just been my mentality this whole time. Like, it's nothing personal. So I truly don't care about doing that stuff. But I do, and I will admit to you guys right now, this is what's really difficult for me. I lay it on. I go obnoxious. No, don't get me wrong. I'm a very loud human being, as you could probably tell by me talking right now. I'm very, very fucking loud, and I curse a lot. But like, it's never, well, not never. But there are times when it's in anger. But I curse a lot. You know, fuck, shit, ass, balls. Balls isn't a curse. But you know what I mean. But a lot of what you guys see on stream, I'm forcing it. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't care about camping, tunneling. I'll do that as much as the day is long, and I'll continue to do that. Even when I play off stream, I do that. It's just business. You know, I'm just trying to win the game. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. And I'll always be loud and obnoxious, but like, I have to like throw on this whole fuck Survivors attitude. Like, fuck you, bitch this, cunt that, all that stuff. And it's like, that's not me. And I'm so used to doing it. When I play off stream, I'm perfectly silent and calm, cool, collective. It is what it is. I grew a lot over a long period of time because I was losing people. I was losing friends, all that stuff. I had friends that I hadn't lost telling me that I needed to search within and find something more within, to find myself, to find a way to overcome that. And I did. And I had a friend tell me recently that I'm going back to my negative ways. And it's just like, she's right, you know? And it's not like, that's not me as a person. That's just like, I've adopted that again, just because I felt like my channel was dying, not being that. So here's what I need to do, right? And I hope you guys are with me on this. For my own personal well-being, for my own personal health, I need, and just for my mental, you know, I need to like tone it down. Don't get me wrong. I don't, and this is going to sound really heartless. I don't care about camping and tunneling. Like, I'm not playing the game to make it fun for everyone else. And that's really like, that makes me sound really douchey, but it's just, like I said, it's just business. You know what I mean? I'm an old school gamer. That's just how we think. That's how we play games. We go for the dub, but I need to like not be an asshole, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still, do I find Salt funny? Yes. Do I think it's funny when people come to my chat? Absolutely. And I'm never going to say no to that. And usually when they come to chat, I laugh, but a lot of the times I do a little more than laugh. I'll antagonize and try and get more out of them. And then there are other times when I do something constructive and say, okay, let me ask you a serious question. What would you do in this situation? And a lot of the times they never answer. And I think that's the right way to handle it. And I need to do shit like that more. I need to stop like putting on this mask where I just act like I hate every survivor in the game, because I really don't. There are some things that annoy me for sure, and I still do get a little tilted at the game sometimes. But I have to amplify for stream because I feel like that's what I need to do for people to watch me. Can't do it anymore. But I love streaming. I do. But I can't do that anymore. So I hope you guys are with me. I hope you guys are with me. I know some of you will be. I know some of you are going to walk away because you like that fuck Survivor attitude, and I'm sorry. I just can't. So the play style is never going away, but the attitude is it's gonna calm down a bit. You're gonna hear me less talking shit about survivors and more telling jokes about penises, you know, massive dicks, you know? Yeah. That's all I have to say, guys. I hope you're still with me, but for my mental, I have to do this. So thank you. see you guys next stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/PallyLive. Sometimes every Monday I stream on kick.com/PallyLive. You can catch me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/PallyStream. Thanks for listening, guys. I really appreciate it. This is just something I have to do.